Hi you guys, it's me NeeCJae. Today I want to come to you with the best hacks or tricks for eyeliner and eyebrows. It's the lifting effect. If you're interested in seeing this video, keep on watching. Excited to just share with you some of the lifting, the natural lifting effect tips and tricks. Basically, really, they're techniques on how to gain or obtain a lift that makes your eyes and everything about like your eyes and your eyebrows lift and make you look younger. I've been doing makeup for over, oh my goodness, for over 30 some years now. I started when I was in my 20s on the Estee Lauder line. I worked on the Fashion Fair line and worked on Interface and Prescriptives. I worked on several lines, okay? So by me saying that, I've gained some knowledge that I always love to share with you guys. I get all the time, how do you make your eyes look bright or younger, or your eyes look like they're naturally lifted? Well, today I'm going to share some of these things that I do. It's really simple and easy, and it makes a world of difference when applying your eyeliner and doing your eyebrows, even your eyeshadow. We're going to get into all of that today, okay? So for those of you that are new to my channel, hi! Thank you so much for subscribing and welcome to the NeeCJae family. For those of you that are just passing by or just passing through, I am NeeCJae. I am 54 years old. I talk about skincare, hair, makeup for the mature woman over 40, 50, and up. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in, go ahead and click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first one notified. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into this, honey. All right, so the first thing, I'm going to show you how I created this look and how everything is supposed to go upward, okay? Upward. That's what makes a difference. You never want anything to go down. You don't want your eyeliner to go down. You don't want to make a little wing that's going down. If you make a wing, you want to go up. I do not do wings on myself anymore. I used to when I was young. I used to have nice pretty wings too coming out. As I've gotten older, I don't do that anymore. As my eyes have gotten older, you know, as we get older, sometimes we have fine lines and wrinkles. And these right here, I have hooded eyes, okay? So this is really for hooded eyes particularly because I have hooded eyes, okay? That is when the skin right here hangs a little over this part, okay? You have a little bit of fleshy skin right here. It happens naturally. There's nothing we can really do about it, but we can camouflage it. We can, you know, use little tricks and hacks to really make our eyes pop, to really make that little skin look less like hooded, okay? Even though your eyes are hooded. All right, so I'm going to talk about your eyebrows first, and I'm going to show you some little clips where I am doing my eyebrows. And when you're doing your eyebrows, you always want to lift them up, okay? You want to lift these eyebrows up. You want to lift them and then fill it in like so. Okay, so the first thing that I start off with is my eyebrows. I brush them up, and I'm using my eyebrow pencil by Revant, and it is in the shade Taupe. Okay, so the first thing that I do is pull my eyebrow up. I want to arch it up to give it that lifted effect. Okay, right over here where that little arch part is, I lift it up and I shade it in very lightly starting from the beginning, and I deepen it toward the end of the eyebrow, okay? But I lift that eyebrow up. Now, the important thing to remember with your eyebrows, I learned this a long time ago. They are sisters, not twins. When I was working on one of the makeup lines, one of the girls, the older women, she told me this because I was spending so much time on my eyebrows. She said, honey, they're sisters, not twins. You're never going to get them exactly alike. That freed me up. So now, I work on really making them look somewhat alike, but not exactly. Okay, so I start from the side of my nose and the eye, go to the middle and then toward the end. So I start right there where my my nose and my eyebrow meet, and then right in the center of the eye where that arch is, and I end it toward the end. That's the 3 steps, okay, that I've learned so many years ago, and I do it the same way. This gives you a natural lift to your face. You never want to make your eyebrows straight across or go down. You want a lift effect. So you want to, make that arch, pull that brow up right in the beginning, right near that arch part, and lightly fill it in, okay? Toward that arch, when you're going down, you want to deepen it, okay? And anytime we're doing these videos, I'm talking about you're going to take your mirror, like when your mirror is here, and you're going to look in there, and you're going to look in your mirror as you're doing your brows, okay? I'm showing you on the side view, but you want to lift, okay? All right, and I do the same thing on this next eyebrow. I pull it up and I fill in lightly. I mean, you can already tell from just looking at the other one, it just gives you a natural lift. Yeah, and again, you just want to fill it in according to your eyebrow, lifting it up around that arch area and fill in. Again, I'm showing you just the same thing, starting at the nose and then move it toward the eye area, pull it up right there at that spot, and then toward the end of your eye. Where your eye stops is where your brow stops, okay? You don't want it to hang over anymore. Anymore pulls your face down. It gives you that saggy look, and we don't want that. Now I'm just taking a brow pencil and cleaning it up with, it's an Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil, and I'm just applying it exactly how I filled my eyebrows out, and I'm just going to clean this up. What this does is clean it up and give you like a natural almost highlight under the brow area. And I'm cleaning this up with the BK Beauty little brush. It's the 209 brush, okay? This is a really precise brush. You can use it for like an eyebrow brush or a lip stick brush, okay? So yeah, I just clean it up. I'm taking the end of that brush and just going over the beginning of it, because usually with your eyebrows naturally start lighter at the beginning and it deepens toward the end. So I want them to look as natural as possible. So I'm going in with like a NYX brow gel. It's NYX NYX brow gel, just to keep them in place, and you can add that if you like. That's not necessary. All right, I'm adding a little bit of concealer, and then I'm going in with my Makeup Forever, the Artist on the Go. It's called Anywhere Caffeine eyeshadow palette, and I'm using like a lighter brown. I think that brown is called Spice, or maybe it's not. It's just a lighter brown that I'm using all over my eyelid, and this is just acting as like an eyeshadow base. Okay, this is going to be my base look. I have hooded eyes, okay, so I really just want something really nice and natural in the beginning, and I always start my eyeshadow looks out like this with a base, and it also helps to set the concealer that I added on my eyes, and we'll come back to this in a moment, but I just wanted to add this just so I can have this in the beginning before I do my next step, which is coming up in just a moment, okay? So I'm just adding it all over, really making sure to blend it in well. You really want to make with any kind of eyeshadow that you use to make sure you blend it in well. Now I'm taking my eyeliner. This is one of my favorite gel eyeliners by Revant. Everything that I use will be in the description box below. This is a waterproof gel eyeliner, and I am tight lining. This is what you call tight lining. What this does is make your lash line look thicker and fuller. When we get older, as we age, our lash line begins to look thinner. So you want to deepen it up to make your lashes just look thicker. If you can see right there, see, it looks a little deeper. And what I like about this gel liner, it is made for mature eyes, but it also does not bleed. And when I say bleed, like bleed down into the rest of your eyes and make you look like a raccoon, this liner does not do this. So I'm taking the same liner and applying it on top of my lash line as close as I can get it to that lash line. What it does is also it gives it a more fuller, thicker look, and it just looks really nice, and it gives it a lifted look onto your eyes. And that is the look that you are looking for. You can see the difference right now just in how the eyes look. Now, if you're not, really sure with the liner, you can always use a liquid liner, and to do it the same way, apply it the same way as you would on top of your lid, okay, with the liquid liner. And I'm using this liquid liner by NYX. And so another way that I also used to do it when I was on the makeup counters, we used to have like an Inglot. It's like more of a dippy type liner, and we use an angle brush, what I'm showing you right now. But this is by Anastasia Beverly Hill, and you would just actually use it and dip it like you normally would and apply it across your eyes. Now, when I'm going into a deeper shade in this makeup Artist to Go little mini palette, and I am using a deeper brown, and I'm putting it right on the outer corners, okay? Some people like to use tape on these outer corners, but I do not. I start right where the eye start and begin, right where it stops, okay? And I apply a deeper shade and bring it over. I apply right there on the outer corners and then move it over, really making sure I blend it over top of that hood. That's that extra skin right there. What this does is it camouflages that hooded eye look, okay? So that deeper shade just hides it, camouflages. Think of it like that. It just hides it. It makes it blend in where you're not looking at that extra skin hanging over. And you really want to make sure you blend well and get it right over there, right in the crease is what we call it. You can do it on the crease or really above that hooded extra hanging skin, okay? All right, then I take the same brush that I used when I started the eyeshadow. I'm using the 201 BK Beauty brush, okay? And then when I went inside to really deepen it a little bit more, I used the brush, the 202 brush, okay? So this is the brush that I went back in again right there right in the crease. And this is the 202. Again, I'm starting right there at the outer corner where my eye starts, ends basically. Okay, and then deepen it and bringing it in. If you want a little bit more deepness, you can just add it and just bring it over, but make sure to blend well. Now I'm taking that same brown that I started in the very beginning that I did the base shadow, and I am just using a really nice little blendy brush by BK Beauty, and it's the 707 brush, and I am using that and smoking it out. You can use a brown eyeliner and then take a little bit of eyeshadow and smoke it out. It gives a wonderful, beautiful effect. Again, as we age, we shouldn't use black. Black makes your face look a little harsh under the eye. Okay, see, we want to lift everything. As you can tell, it really looks lifted because you're going on an angle and you're going outward, okay? And you can really clean this up. If it goes over, you can clean it up with concealer. I'm adding on concealer now. And what I like to also do, I never take concealer all the way up to the top of my eyes. Never. Just right where you see right there, right almost up to the top, but not all the way. Okay, and now if you want that little sharp look on that side, like some people do after they do their eyeshadow, you can. I like my eyeshadow a little rounded because of my eye shape. Okay, so you can try both ways, whichever way works best for you. That's what I always advise, whatever works best for you. Now I'm using that angle concealer brush. One of my favorite is the Angie A506, and then I use the sponge, okay, the makeup sponge. Now this is a wonderful powder brush, and I'm just using a little bit, shake off the excess, and this is it. No baking. And this is the 110 BK Beauty brush. It feels like a sponge and a brush all in one. No baking. This is it. That's all we need, the set, okay? And I'm going in with Thrive's Cosmetic. This is the lash extension mascara, and I use several coats. This is wonderful. You can also use your lashes here. Everything looks lifted, as you can tell. Lifted. That's what I'm talking about, okay? You never want to pull down. You never want to have a wing that's hanging down like you're stopping it, but you're dragging it down. You want to have everything lifted. There we go, right here. Lifted. Now this is the finished look. I don't have any lashes on. I opt for lashes, but this is the look that I created. It is lifted, and you know, it looks up. It makes your eyes look awake. It makes your eyes look lifted naturally. Your brows naturally look lifted. As I showed in the video, the first move right here. The second move, you want to move to where you can make a dip and pull your eye up where it goes up. This is where you're going to create that arch right here. This is a lifted, a natural lift, okay? And then from here, you go to the end of your eye. So it's the front of your eye, the middle of your eye, like, you know, right here, and then the end of your eye is where you stop. That's how you do your eyebrows, okay? So this is how I was taught many, many, many years ago. Some of the techniques may have changed, but this is basically how it is done, okay? And it gives you a natural lift, okay? Now, also, I'm just going to go a little step further to show you. This is some of the blushes I love. I've been using these blushes from Ravie. Honey, these blushes are beautiful. I just want to bring them on here. They are so beautiful. I'm going to do a little short, I think, and just show how they are. But when you apply your blush, this one is called Paradise, okay? When applying your blush, another trick to have a lifted jawline, to make your entire face look lifted, is you apply your blush. Just take a little bit. This is like very natural. I love it. I love how it looks with the skin. And apply it up here, not down here, because you don't want them little rosy clown looking circles on your cheek. The youngsters can get away with it. As we age, we cannot, okay? You want to apply it up here and start. You can deepen it if that's what you want, you know, and spreading the blush around to make your cheeks look fuller, especially as you age. It makes your cheeks look fuller. Now, you don't want to bring it down here, but it gives the illusion, look at that, like it's down here, right? You know? So, yeah, you just spread it up here. That's what I do. I like to just apply it up here and spread it around. Spread it around to make your cheek look a little fuller, just a little bit up here. Do what you would do down here up here, okay? Just right here, just spread it around. And look at that. It gives you the illusion of the blush. And I hear people say, oh, everybody's face is not the same. It's not. But 9 times out of 10, if you're doing your makeup and you're contouring, you're making your shape the same as everyone else. You're contouring. You know, you're trying to get that oval shape. You're contouring up here, contouring these jewels, right? So your blush is the same thing. You want to apply the blush up here, circular motions, not all over your face, just up in this little round area right here. Okay? Just right there. Just right there. Okay? And that's it. That is it. And I place a little bit sometimes right up here to give me that kind of flush type look. And that's it. All right, so that is all I have for you today. I really hope this video was helpful and interesting. If it was, please give me a thumbs up to show that you like this video and you like these type of videos. Subscribe to my channel on the way out if you haven't done so already. And again, thank you so very much for just taking time out to watch my videos. I greatly appreciate it. Peace and love until next time.